Hello, you wonderful person, and welcome back to the land of SIKA. Oh yes, I'm in a pretty decent mood because we just defeated one of the largest armies ever that I fought in Bannerlord. Actually, in the entirety of my time playing Bannerlord, I think this is probably the largest. I could be wrong. I'm sure there's someone out there that maybe will be so kind as to correct me, and then I'm all of a sudden like, oh my, I actually defeated something larger than that? Okay, that's pretty crazy. Anyway, as I said, I'm pretty happy with how that went. However, we do have a focus point and a roguery perk to spend. So what are we going to be doing here? Increase prisoner limit? Yeah, increase prisoner limit. That sounds pretty good to me. And better deals with ransom brokers. I think that seems quite nice. Anyway, in the previous siege, we also had a wonderful opportunity to use our polearm a little bit more. And as you can see, we're getting up there. In terms of skill, I do need another 19 points, unfortunately, to be able to get to Way of the Spear, which is definitely going to be something that I really pretty badly want. And I'm thinking, should I literally just go for smithing? I really don't want to do smithing, okay? I really don't want to do smithing because it's going to take me a long time to actually do this. But I'm kind of thinking, should I just do it just for the increased vigor? Because if I could make it there, let me actually just see. I might be able to make it there. I might be able to make it there. Let's just try it out. Let's see what happens with that. Anyway, this is basically a short amount of time after the previous victory that we had. And now the best time for us to actually do a couple of policies, right? Wouldn't you say? I think it's probably a good idea. So, let's have a look here. Clans gain influence for each fief they own. Might be useful. People seem to like that. The cost of revoking a fief from a clan is doubled. I'm never going to be doing that, so I'm actually just going to do this. That's going to increase our influence gain for everyone, which is actually pretty nice in my opinion. Peerage, I don't really want to institute that if I can help it. Food production, this is actually really nice, so I'm going to be doing this. Even though town loyalty does decrease by 0.2, as I have mentioned before, what is it called? The forgiveness of debts. The forgiveness of debts already gives us 2. So us losing 0.2 or whatever, very little, very little problem there, in my opinion at least. And otherwise, what do we have here? Bailiffs could be kind of useful. Security being increased by 1 per day, and towns with security greater than 60 yield 1 additional influence to the owner clan. Tax from towns is reduced by 5%. I don't really care about that too much, so we're just going to do that as well. Town security is pretty useful because that can actually improve the loyalty as it is. And then what else do we have here? Royal privilege. Oh, this is actually fantastic. You can see here, ruler clan. I'm a little bit in 2 minds about Sacred Majesty because it gives us 3 influence, but I'm already making 4. I don't really need more than that because we get a lot from winning battles anyway, and non-ruler clans are going to be losing 0.5, which is quite significant in my opinion. Anyway, the ruler clan... no, we don't want that. What about serfdom? Could be useful. Yep, I'm going to go for this. People are pretty happy with that, actually. Two of our vassals are actually quite happy with getting that, so I'm happy. And what else do we have here? We want more loyalty, Can we get some more loyalty? Yes, this is grazing rights. Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of people in the past have told me that grazing rights is not worth it because it's only 0.5 loyalty and it loses daily hearth production at villages. I don't know how much this actually affects things, so I'm probably going to stay away from that for the moment. But I'm still thinking maybe it would be a good idea. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. Magistrates could be kind of useful. Town security increased by 1. Town taxes reduced by 5%. Not really caring too much about taxes at the moment. We can always revoke these decisions later down the line if we find that they're not that useful. Imperial towns. Yeah, we're going to be getting imperial towns. Let's do that. We're going to be losing more loyalty, but we've lost about 1 loyalty now, so it might be useful for me to go for something else. Oh, this is fantastic. Royal Guard, yes. Let me get that straight away. That's going to increase my party size by 60. Absolutely amazing. And let's have a look. What else do we want to go for here? Ruler gains 5% tax from all settlements. That's pretty crazy. Not going to be doing that, though. What else do we have here? No, that is not good. Town loyalty. Here we go. Tribunes of the people. Probably going to be going for that. Or, yeah, probably going to be doing that. Tribunes of the people. That is absolutely fine. I don't care about the ruler, because that's me. I don't care about myself in that respect. I just like to get that additional loyalty bonus. So here we go. All right, now let's move on, and we'll see what we can do, because we have a very large amount of places we can go, and we need to eliminate this vassal over here. A lot of people, or a couple of people, have actually been talking about our son or our child. I'm not entirely sure. I think this is him. I'm actually not entirely sure if this is him or not, because we have a couple of children in our army at the moment, and I don't know who's who. So that's a good idea, right? Yeah, that's really good. Let me just forget who our actual child is, right? Okay, yeah. So otherwise, let's just go ahead and do this. We're gonna go for. Should we go for some more cunning, social? Yeah, more cunning, I guess. There we go. Yeah, so just to give you a brief overview of the children that we currently have, we have Idenor right here, who is, well, I actually have no idea who his parents are. I believe, I mean, Vega has very little in roguery, whereas Amaliana has massive amounts of roguery, so it's more than likely that Idenor is Amaliana's child. Dongxing, on the other hand, I have no idea who that is either. I really don't. I really don't know who that is. But Olikor is definitely, yeah, as you can see, it actually even shows child of vegetable. I actually thought it just told us relatives in general. But yes, this is our child right here. So we only have one kid at the moment, and the others are children of the other people in our family. So that's pretty cool. And oh, I actually do have 3 spaces for companions. So next time we get a level up from combat, we can definitely do something about that. Anyway, let's just move straight on in here. And yeah, we've got a good amount of loyalty. We've instituted a good broad spectrum of policies, hopefully. And I'm just going to be going for an auto delegate. Oh, after the sieges, this is going to be a breath of fresh air, isn't it? Oh yes, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And then I'm going to literally kill myself, because I'm just going to go straight on in here, and then I'm going to get shot by someone, or hit by a polearm or something like that. I'm just going to think to myself, oh, I should have just stayed in the siege. What a classic, right? Anyway, I'm just going to try and eliminate as many of these bowmen as possible, because we really do not want these guys actually drawing their bowstrings at all. Thank you. Wow, there's actually a lot of them here. There's a lot of enemies. Just, you know, kind of squeezed into this area. Oh, you're shooting me. That's not very nice of you. Okay, there we go. Oh, is that a Devour Demon? These guys have a Devour Demon in their army? Okay, well, we might want to be a little bit careful of that then. Okay, I did not realize that that was actually a thing. That is problematic. Where is he? There he is. Can I shoot it, please? Oh, I shot one of our horses. That's fantastic. Great. Yes, let me just continue to shoot my own horses. There's the Devour Demon. Okay, phew, we eliminated it. That's nice. I actually shot one of my own forces now, but it wouldn't be an episode if I didn't shoot my own people, right? Anyway, I'm not going to be getting these Obscure Soul Judge Knights, because they are just going to be Calradian culture, and I need to make sure that I have an abundance of people that have cultures that are not that, because otherwise it's going to be very difficult for me to create vassals in the future. So hopefully we're going to be able to make that work. We have more Blood Lotus Revenge Knights here, as well as Devour Demons that I can rescue. Very nice to see that. And I'm not going to be taking any others. I will take some of the troops, but I won't be taking any of the prisoners, because we're just going to go straight on in, put them in the garrison, and then we're just going to leave immediately again. I just want to be relatively quick about this, because we're a bit against the time limit. And I'm talking about the time limit of the Lamoka, bringing a bunch of enemies towards us again. So there we go. Everyone's fine. Yeah, that's actually great. Okay, fantastic. So here we go. Now what we want to do is we're just going to go straight on to the nearest castle. I'm going to try and eliminate these forces. I'm actually... What are these guys actually doing? My herd bonus is really bad as well, by the way. I didn't realize that. You know, there's so many things that you have to take care of when you are literally doing the utmost to pretty much carry your entire faction. It's very It's very difficult. Let's just say that. It's very, very difficult to get things moving in a direction that you actually want. So let me go for this, I guess. Sell some of these. Oh, yeah, okay. Some more. And some more. And there we have it. Okay, that's going to be fine. All right, so now we can move relatively fast. Let's go to Korinia Castle really, really quickly. Try and take that. And there's 187 in the garrison there. Should be relatively simple for us to take. Or at least I can hope so. Wait a minute. I just need to check one thing. The vegetable is actually a Lamoka culture. Yes, he is. 47 years old. Oh, I'm getting really close to death. Well, I'm not getting close to death. Let's just say that. But I'm getting up there. And when, as far as I remember, when people get over 50 in this game, they have a much higher chance of succumbing to wounds and things like that. So I'm a little bit worried about that. But I can only hope that in the 3 years that it will take us to actually, you know, get to 50, it should be, at that point, not too bad, because then I'll be able to hopefully pass on, you know, my my leadership to someone or other. Oh, it seems like Olakor has actually advanced. Great. Let's give him some vigor, I guess. Let's give him some more vigor. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Great. His intelligence and cunning have also increased naturally, so that's rather wonderful. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna build a. Actually, wait a minute. They're building catapults. Ugh. Yeah. Why? Oh, what a classic, eh? What a classic. Oh, these guys are actually coming to help me. Oh, you're actually coming to help me. Oh, I'm so pleased. Thank you so much for actually having a brain. I know. I'm being a bit insulting to these fellows because they've been nothing but helpful most of the time, but generally Bannerlord AI sometimes on the campaign map can be a little bit middling, you know. Sometimes they're amazing, sometimes they're terrible, but this time they're actually coming through for us, and we are very, very pleased about that. And I'm just going to tell them to auto-delegate for the moment. Once we have the front gates open, I will tell them to fully charge in, I think. That would probably be a decent course of action, but I'm going to just ride straight up here, very, very fast, and just get the ladder up straight away. That's what I want to do. I want to get this ladder up very, very fast, and I want to get up there too. Here we go. There we are. We've got some enemies shooting at me, but that shouldn't be too bad. If I can just get to this archery nest, I have no shield, by the way, so I'm just going to have to take these arrows like candy. And it seems like we're fine. Yep, we made it. And there's no one up here. There's an arrow barrel that I can actually use freely, which is really nice. These guys are wanting to shoot me very, very badly, so I need to be very careful about how I do this. And we just completely obliterated that archer line. Fantastic. Look at that. All of them dead. And now what we need to do is we need to refocus our efforts on destroying some of these guys over here. Need to make sure that they're not doing too much damage to our oncoming forces. Yes. They mostly have Yan Dynasty crossbowmen for some reason, and this is making things very, very difficult for me, because it's making it so that I actually have them bow down or bend over, basically, to reload, which is making things very, very tricky for me. It seems like they're actually coming to the front here. Okay, I think what we're going to do is just going to shoot a couple of these guys right here, and if they end up moving away from this position, I'm then going to go down there and open up the gate. There's actually someone on the catapult. I don't really like that, sir. Can you just not do that? Thank you very much. And how are my forces doing over there? Yes, they're absolutely fine. I think we should actually be fine without me even going down there and opening it up, to be honest. There we go. Okay, I'm going to jump. Strong legs. Do you see that? Strong legs literally just saved me so much damage right there. And look at these guys. They're literally opening up the gate without me even doing it. That's really amazing. I love that. Okay, so yeah, we're going to just run over the rest of the units in here. And there we have it. Fantastic. Okay, so we got some more eggplants. I'm going to be leveling them into companions because they are Yan Dynasty. The best thing that we could possibly do, however, is if I wanted to, once I get back to my settlement, I could change my eggplants' armor. And I could change their armor into Lamoka armor so that next time I actually get one of these promotions, I could make it so that they actually have the Lamoka culture. That is the one thing that we could possibly do. So we could do that. That might make some sense. Now, bear in mind, there have been a couple of people saying that I should spec a particular companion in smithing. So I don't need to do the smithing. And that actually makes a great deal of sense. However, the problem is I actually just want the perks. You see, I want the perks from the smithing, so that's the issue. And most of these eggplants, as you can quite clearly tell, are not getting a huge amount of additional skill. So that's a bit of an issue, I guess. But what I'm generally just going to do is I will be doing smithing myself just for the perks. That's all I really want to do. Even if I can create a really, really good weapon or something, it's not really that big a deal for me, because creating a weapon as it is, I already have a pretty decent one. I mean, you've seen my polearm. It's pretty good. It does the job quite nicely. And that's pretty much it, you know. It's good, you know, it's decent. And yeah, so I'm probably not going to be making a person into a smithing character, but that is a good idea. Don't get me wrong, that is a good idea, and definitely something that you would want to consider if you actually want to create, you know, if you actually want to create a companion that does that. Anyway, we're just going to get the tax collector done, and then we'll actually level up the gardens here. The loyalty is looking pretty decent as well. And I'm actually thinking of taking this for myself. I'm thinking of taking ownership over Karinia Castle myself. I don't really want to, all things considered, but I think it might be the only idea that we can really go for, because it is the same culture as us. But I don't really want to, you know, all things considered. I really don't want to, because it's a castle. I don't really like garrisoning units in the castle either. I you know, it's one of those times where I would just like to move straight on. Just go straight ahead. Try to, you know, kill and pillage and capture as many things as we possibly can. And yeah, that's basically what I want to do. But if I am taking care of a castle, then I'm going to have to continually go back there, and it's going to be a bit of a hassle. So that's partially the reason why I would not like to have a castle. But yeah, I mean, it is, you know, capturing it and looking after it and all that stuff. I generally tend to do that anyway, even if it isn't mine. So I guess it doesn't really matter either way. But I don't know. It's just one of those things that I'd maybe prefer not to do, but we'll see what happens. Maybe if I'm on the ticket for the voting, I will just say, yeah, you know what, let's just do it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. For the moment, let's just continue to get as many kills as possible here. I'm just going to try and not get killed by this polearm user. Could you get I don't even know. Could you get some kills, vegetable? I mean, really, I mean, you know, I did call him vegetable, so I suppose, you know, really, he's not really going to be the most proficient fighter, unless he's an onion. Did you get that reference? Well, whatever the case, another eggplant? Should we go for another eggplant, or should I just leave the space? We might want to go for another eggplant. We've got 41 scouting right there. Let's go for some tactics and some steward. These guys could become parties as well. Do bear that in mind. They could become parties, and then they could roam around and actually do something useful instead of just staying in my own party, not really doing much, you know. So let's just do this. There we go. We've got more prisoners. Nothing that I really want to take. We didn't get any rescued prisoners either, which is really, really sad, but we can't really do much about that as it is. So, yeah, there we go. All right, let's see. We're really not recruiting that many units at the moment. A little bit strange. Okay, so what's actually going on here? Oh, you're actually besieging this. That is a huge error on your part, sir. That is a really, really huge error. Okay, so yeah, they really want me to take this, as you can quite clearly see. So I'm going to just go ahead and take it. I mean, I could have decided to give it to one of the others, and because I'm the ruler, obviously I can decide whatever I want to do there. But for me specifically, you know what? Nah, let's just, you know, err on the side of caution here. Just take the thing because it is the same culture as us. Kind of makes sense, right? So anyway, the garrison is actually helping us. I don't really care about that. We're just going to auto-resolve anyway, and we're just going to take him prisoner. Don't really want to take these guys prisoner either because we don't have improved garrison. It's not going to automatically convert prisoners into our garrison and help us out in that aspect. So don't really see the point in it. But otherwise, this is now mine. So what am I going to do? Well, I've already put in 20k. I'm going to be leveling up the gardens. We need to get siege workshops as well. Let's get settlement loyalty, and there we go. Okay, that's pretty much all I can do. I could actually put some people in here, but I don't really want to, all things considered, because if I do this, it's just going to be a much tastier target, you know? People are going to think, ooh, look, there's 4 of our vassals in there. Let me go in there and try and rescue them, you know, that kind of thing. Don't really want that to happen. So let's just take a quick look at our parties. Okay, I actually have some space for parties right here. So let's do that. Let's have a look. How much steward do these people have? This guy has amazing steward. Look at him, 311. Absolutely incredible. So let's make him have a party. And Ucore as well is also going to have a party because he has 300. There we go. Fantastic. Now, they are, of course, far away from us. Apart from that one guy. But I'm hopeful that they will still survive. Are you going to run around? Can you please move, sir? Yeah, sometimes the party's AI is a bit weird, where they just literally stand there for a little bit of time, and then I just think to myself, what are you doing? Can you please move? Yeah, that would be wonderful, but anyway, did I gain any perks? I thought I gained some perks, but apparently I didn't. Okay, so here we go. This is a bit of an issue here. They really want to take Korinia Castle. This is actually not even bad. This is actually baiting the opponent into a situation where we can possibly win pretty much. I'm going to say most of the time. I mean, generally, this is obviously a field battle. You've got to bear in mind that when we were in these siege defenses and when we were super outnumbered, it's not really a case of my units being overpowered or my units generally just being utterly and completely dominating. That's not even the reason why we were able to achieve victory. Yes, it's part of the reason, absolutely, that they're strong units, they're high tier, you know, all that wonderful stuff. But you've got to think about this. We're inside the walls, and we are forcing the opponent into a bottleneck situation almost every single time they enter the battlements. That is the reason why we achieve victory in those cases. However, in a field battle, that is not how things are going to go. In a field battle, it is going to be so incredibly different because you're going to be doing these things, and you're going to be thinking, wow, okay, I have no walls between me and the opponent. I have no advantage whatsoever, and the enemy has over 2,000 units against us on this field. And that's the reason why in a field battle, it's going to be a lot more difficult for us to win in overwhelming odds. So whenever I say, oh, I'm not sure if I can win this against 1,000 units on the field of battle, unless they have extremely low tier units, obviously, bear in mind if they're just running around with tier 1s and tier 2s, then yeah, it might very well be that we might achieve victory. But you got to think about it from all these different perspectives. You can't just think to yourself, you know, this guy has amazingly overpowered units or something like that. Yeah, sure, my units are strong, but they're definitely not as strong as they possibly could be. I mean, I could make them, as I say, into horse archers again. Horse archers are obviously much more likely to survive in many different situations. But yeah, for me personally, it's all a case of circumstantial, situational things that can happen. Those are the things that will actually determine whether you're victorious or whether you're not. And I've experienced both sides. I've experienced both sides of that. You know, sometimes I go into a fight and I think to myself, and this is not in this series specifically, but in a number of series in the past, I've always thought to myself, wow, okay, I'm going to easily win this. And then I end up losing, you know? That kind of thing can happen much more often than you think. In comparison to, oh, we're gonna maybe lose this, and then we end up winning easily, you know? It's a very... you know, there's a spectrum. It's all over the place sometimes. Anyway, we're just going to be taking all of them prisoner. Don't really care too much about the prisoners, as I've said before. We don't usually get a lot of value out of them. We are going to be putting them in the garrison here, though. Gersegos Castle is awaiting us. Let's put them in the dungeon, I mean. There we go. Let's put all of them in there. I'm going to just do that, because I'm going to be near Korinia Castle anyway, so even if someone wants to besiege it, then that's absolutely fine. There's 216 in Gersegos. I'm not entirely sure what Shiban is doing at the moment, because he's literally just going over there and raiding some weird village. I don't know why he's doing that. I really have no idea. But whatever the case, we just have to make our own moves, and if the AI wants to be a little bit silly, then they can do that, I guess. Oh, it's sad. It really is. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, Gersegos Castle is awaiting us. I was actually hoping that he'd come and assist me, but apparently he doesn't want to do that. Have some people escaping as well, which is obviously not great. Okay, so I'm not going to be building anything here, because again, they have catapults. And I'm just not going to waste the time, basically. That's all that it comes down to right now. Me wasting time building ballistas or trebuchets or whatever. Even though technically I would love to do that, it is just not something that I can really afford to do at the moment. Because every single time that we build something, it just absorbs way too much. And the enemy is going to be able to resupply themselves. They're going to be able to very quickly get their armies back up and running. Even if it's just tier 1s and tier 2s, they're going to come back. They're going to come back. And that's the reason why I'm taking them prisoner now as well. It makes everything a lot easier for us in the long run. And I'm actually now getting stopped by some garrison infantry. I am not insulted, because I admire their bravery. But I would very much like to get up here, if at all possible, sir. I'm actually really surprised that they're still attempting to murder me, because I am literally just one-shotting every single one of them. But I am being pushed. You see, I am being pushed ahead of us here. Can I actually get in here? We can actually squeeze by? Are you serious? Okay, let me just kill this guy. Get back here. Get back. What? Are you serious? This catapult is literally blocking me. Okay, can I kill him? Can I please kill? Thank you very much. Okay, now the archers are firing at me, but again, I'm just going to eat them like candy. Thank you. Hopefully I won't die this time. That would be amusing. And I think I'm just going to stay around about here this time instead of going on the top, because I think this is a little bit of a better vantage point. I mean, it's better up on the roof, of course, for safety's sake, but this is better for offense. Or maybe not. So I'm now getting shot. That guy is shooting me from over there. Got him. Alright. Not too bad. But yeah, this is obviously one of those times where... See now, I'm not entirely sure what's even happening here with the reticule, because you saw that I had the crosshair on that guy, and then he was like, no, you know what, I'm not going to shoot at him, you know. Vegetable was just refusing to shoot at him because of the angle. I think there was a bit of a weird angle going on there. I've noticed that before in some sieges where I aim downwards in third person, and it just doesn't want to shoot where I'm aiming, even though I have clear line of sight. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but I guess I might just have to go into first person there. Or maybe there's some weird angle thing that's preventing us from doing something with it. But anyway, there we go. We have achieved a victory at Gersegos Castle once again. Alright, we're going to be capturing, well not capturing, but rescuing the prisoners. And then we're just going to be slapping them into the garrison as we normally do. And there's only 5 of them, so it's going to be very, well actually 9 of them even. But yeah, this is going to be It's going to be a bit tricky. It's going to be a bit tricky to actually defend all of this, which is problematic. They want peace. I'm going to assume they're going to want peace really, really soon. They're wanting to give this to me again. I will take it. Okay, I will take it. Just purely for the fact that it's the same culture. That's it. What can I do about this, actually? Yeah, Karina Castle's okay. It's not being besieged. Wait a minute. This is... Never mind. This is Yan culture. Are you serious? I thought it was Lamoka culture. Okay, Karinia Castle, you're gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna gift it to someone else. Okay, you only have one fief, so Shu is gonna get this. There we go. And we should probably actually gift a bunch of influence to some of our people as well. Who was leading the Yeah, this guy was leading the thing, right? So we're just gonna give him a bunch of influence. There we go. And now maybe he can lead another army or something like that, or he can lead an army for an extended period of time. And now I don't have to take care of that castle. That's great. Oh, I love that. And instead, now I just need to level this up. Okay, so that's pretty nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to just get the workshop done. Let's get another level of the... actually, granary is not even going to be that useful. We already have the gardens maxed out, which is pretty nice. We also have rank 1 in fairgrounds. We could get rank 2. It's only going to cost us 750, which is not too bad. But, I mean, considering the construction is very, very low as it is going to be a bit time-consuming. But I think it's going to be fine. Anyway, the town is calling to us. I'm very much wanting to take this town. I would love to be able to take it. Maybe we can do it, maybe we can't. I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to try it nevertheless. We're going to go for uplifting spirit in the leadership tree. There we go. Alright, so let's just take a quick look at our parties. They're not doing too badly. They're doing okay, but not too badly. This guy's in an army, so that's absolutely fine as well. And let's have a look and see exactly what's happening here. He won a tournament. Okay, he won a tournament and actually gave me 2,300 of the share of the win. That's pretty funny. There's 700 units in here. Right. That might be that might be a little bit dicey. That might be a little bit dicey for us. And you know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm thinking we're gonna go. You know what? Let's do that. Okay. Let's be a bit cheeky. Yeah. Let's be a bit audacious and try to go back to our settlement. And I'm just gonna try and get a massive amount of custom troops so that we can just level them up over the course of this war and maybe the other wars as well. Bear in mind, Gersegos Castle is going to be besieged, but I'm very much hoping that Shiban will actually be over there to do his thing. Hopefully he's going to try and... Yep, there we go. He actually defeated whoever it was, so that's fantastic. That's absolutely amazing. I really, really love that about the AI. They're being very reactive. I really, really appreciate that in these kinds of situations when I'm not there and I know for certain that it would be taken if these guys, you know, wouldn't act in our best interest. And they did, which was great. So I'm just going to continue running around here. I need to actually kill this guy if I can. No, he's going to escape. Of course he is. Oh, well, never mind. Okay. This is the first time we've returned to our settlement in a very, very long time. Let's take a look at how much... Oh my, okay, yeah. We have 6,000 wood, 7,000 stone, and almost 10,000 food. Can I upgrade my market? I can upgrade my market. Okay, let's get level 11 then, I guess. That's pretty incredible. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to buy some broccoli. I know how that sounds. Let's go for 150 of them. That cost me 300,000. Okay. Oh yeah, I still have money. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was I was actually partially thinking that I had no money for a second, and yeah, no, it's okay. We have enough. Just about. Kind of. I mean, it's now going to skyrocket our wages, as you can quite clearly tell, but I think it's going to be worth it for us in the end. And we're just going to wait here for a little bit of time. And then we're going to just take off like a rocket after this guy. Because I have so much speed now, thanks to the fact that I have a massive amount of horse archers in my army. Bear in mind that horse archers generally are going to be, well, shall we say cavalry are generally going to be a lot faster on the fields of battle, or shall we say campaign map speed, than most people are going to be. So that is real nice. Can we actually just take a quick look here? No, there's nothing that we really want to rescue either, or capture. And let's see. Okay, fantastic. Look at all these guys. Okay, yep, just recruit all of those, level all of those. Fantastic. Okay, this is looking really good for us at the moment. And my market is now done. And okay, so Carenia Castle has been besieged. Again, I don't know whether I really mind about that too much. I think it's okay. Let's upgrade our market again. And then we're going to leave. And that's pretty much all we can really do. Actually, wait a minute. Can I kill this guy? Can I get him? Ah, okay. He managed to escape. That's really sad. Oh, well, never mind. But, oh, Shiban is over there. That is absolutely fantastic. He is really doing a really good job right now. I am very proud of him. And, okay, so we've spent a couple of our resources, which is really nice. And now we have the opportunity to hopefully take... did he actually defeat that? Or is he running away? I'm actually not entirely sure. Oh, there's a Blood Lotus Revenge Legion right here as well. Okay, I think we're going to have to take this town. Do you want to run away from me? Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get out of here. Okay, so there's Lundana. I remember her. She actually, well, I failed her persuasion attempt, so that's kind of sad, isn't it? That is really sad. Oh well, we can indeed take her prisoner as well. Just try to reduce the amount of combat strength that the Lamoka have in general. That's pretty much what we want to do. And I think after that, the best thing that we can do now is end this episode off here. Oh yeah, we're kind of cutting a swathe through the Lamoka's territory at the moment. And once we actually take Neota, I think what we'll try to do is we will try to take... I'm not entirely sure actually at the moment, but I'm thinking we'll go over to Veron Castle, take that, then to Orosti Kores Castle, and then to Thraktarai Castle. But obviously this is a very much dreamlike scenario. If they actually allow me to do that without attacking me or attacking any of the fiefs that I've taken, then obviously that's absolutely fantastic. But as it stands, I'm not sure whether that's even going to be possible. So what we're going to do is we're also going to... yeah, we are very far away from Clan Tier 6. I'm sad. I'm very sad about that, but we can't do much about it now. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.